Hi, Kathianne Lewis here, and it's time for your Wednesday Faith Lift. And I want you to have greater faith in good happening, and something beneficial unfolding, even in those things that we don't like, or we resist, or we criticize, or we call a problem. And today I'm going to focus on food because I was just talking to two other women, and one says that she's got a sugar addiction, and the other said, I can't leave potato chips alone. I just can't leave potato chips alone. And I've been working with, in my mind, the idea that what we resist persists and it just causes bigger problems. Because let's think about it. So for the woman that is trying to resist sugar, if she has sugar, she makes herself wrong about it. And then that wrong kind of like weakens our own self-worth. And then we want some comfort, and most likely the comfort will be sought by taking more sugar. And the same thing was happening with the woman that had a real desire for more potato chips. And she said, I just don't let them in the house, which is, by the way, something I do too. I just don't let certain foods in the house. Anyway, then she's got to always be diligent about where she goes, because what if she sees a potato chip? Do you see this? I mean, how many of you have an attraction resistance, something going on? And I've been playing with, and as I told you, that even in the thing that we resist, even in the thing we call a problem, even in the thing that we call wrong, God is, because God is all this, all that is. As Rabbi Shapiro would say, God's what's going on. The definition of God is, it's what's going on. So another woman in the same conversation had this beautiful, wonderful illustration about God going on. And what she said is, in our ancient times, in thousands of years ago, maybe even hundreds of years ago, women needed sugar and fat on their body so that they could be healthy during childbirth. So there's part of our own DNA as a woman to want fattening, sweet food that will put pounds on us so that we can be healthy during childbirth and nursing. And if you think about it, it wasn't until very recently that being thin was considered beautiful. If you look at some of the old paintings of beautiful women, they were voluptuous and rounded, childbearing. Anyway, that's neither here nor there. But it occurred to me that those cravings for either sugar or fat, whatever's in a potato and all the grease and stuff that's on potatoes, a lot of potato chips, those cravings were a desire, an intended desire to be healthy. So the craving had an original good intent. And we may have outgrown that method, but the intent was to be healthy. So when we can know that, oh, this craving for sugar, oh, it just wants me to be healthy. This craving to put on weight is just something that is biologically being triggered in me to be healthy. Then we can love the craving, and what we can love, we can transform. You don't transform something through hate, resistance, burying it, calling it evil, making yourself wrong. No transformation there. Love transforms. I have a deep desire to be healthy. I have a deep desire to be healthy. That was the intended impetus for this craving that I have. And then you can ask the craving, is there another way that I can be healthy? Is there something that's more up to date, that's better for me in this time, in this place to be healthy than to just eat sugar and more sugar? And if you love that craving and you embrace that craving and you partner with that craving, the intelligence in that craving will give you a new way to be healthy. And this is not just my idea. This is something I've been playing around with and proving to myself for a while. And I invite you to do the same. You won't know if what I'm saying is appropriate for you until you try it. I invite you to try it. So let's just really wrap this up quickly. What is it you're resisting? What do you call what you're resisting? It might be a craving, it might be an urge, whatever, or it might just be another person. And then shift the channel a bit and know that all is God and God is what's going on. So what was the original good intention in what's been bothering you? And when you know that intention, because it was for good, you can say, now, divine intelligence, give me another way to fulfill that intention that is better for me in this time and in this place. Think about that, my dears. Play around with it. It might be incredibly useful. Bye for now.
In the middle of a miracle, the sky can turn black. In the middle of a miracle, you fear you'll never bounce back. But you're not bouncing back, you're breaking through to things you wouldn't dream but ache to do. The storm has come to bear a brighter view in the middle of a miracle. In the middle of a miracle, you may lose your head. In the middle of a miracle, you may wish you were dead. But trust me, there is life within you yet. And one more thing, it's best not to forget. It's more of a setup than an upset in the middle of a miracle. Out of the dark there comes a light, and suddenly there's an end in sight. It isn't forever, it's just finite, this unwelcomed isolation. Open your eyes and breathe again. You're better than you have ever been. We all need an earthquake now and then to shake us from sedation in the middle of a miracle. The storm it will roar in the middle of a miracle. You wonder what it's all for. Just promise not to lay there and relent. If you're going through hell, don't pitch a tent. Just keep your eye on the prize. Lift your head.